everybody. Welcome back to Dragonwing Diamonds. I am here today with a Finish Friday, and we have two kits as part of this Finish Friday. The first one we have is right here in front of you. We have Blueberry Fairy by Jemica Murphy, aka Jamushka. This is a round 81 centimeter by 50.7 centimeter from Diamond Art Club, and this is one of my older kits, and I did not put my start and finish dates in here. What the heck? It's okay, I'm not going to go over that part anyways because that will be in my month in review, which I know everybody's looking forward to seeing. So yeah, this one was part of my Refresher Stash Challenge. I had picked 10 kits out of my stash that I definitely wanted to work on this year as part of the Refresher Stash. This was one of them. After I finished my other kits from the month, which you would have seen in my last video, I did 3 squares, and I was like, okay, I've done all squares for the beginning of my year. I need to get around to break it up a little bit. So I pulled this one out, and then I did the unboxing for it, which in the unboxing I did mention that I got a bag that only had like 7 drills in it. I think it was 7. And I had said like, oh no, this color, and I'm not gonna have enough for that. Well, I was wrong, thankfully. It was a different color, and I got exactly the amount of drills I needed for it. So that was good. I still think there was a glitch with the machine or something, because usually they give you extra, so I don't know. But I had enough. That's all that matters. So yeah. This canvas, despite it being an older round canvas, I really enjoyed working on it. It was not not that it was horrible. Like, I'm not saying old rounds are horrible, but I know multi-placing is a lot more difficult on older rounds because it's hard to line it up because the guide circles are a little bit distanced from each other. The newer rounds, we don't run into that issue as much anymore. It's more tight of a grid, and honestly, it's just a dream. But this one, honestly, was not that bad to work on. I really like the special placement of everything too, because like her hair's got some ABs in it. All of this down here, that's got specials in it with the fairy dust and the, oh my god, there's so much cat hair in this. Yeah, the fairy dust and the AB. I love this green AB that's in there. It really makes it pop, and I love it. What was the other fairy? Oh, it was that light blue fairy dust, and then there was like a white AB as well. Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed working on this kit. The rendering is absolutely stunning. At first, like, I thought this was going to be a little harsh, but honestly, it just looks like a shadow. Yeah, I didn't have any drill problems. I don't think there was even that much trash drills. I had plenty of leftovers except for the one color, which ended up being her eyebrows. It was like 7 drills in her eyebrows, which is hilarious to me. Oh my gosh. The glue was really good, and yeah, basically for it being an older round, it was a very good quality kit to work on. So let's look at my notebook here. We'll get this up in screen. So I basically worked on this one straight through until I finished it. So it took from the 19th to 25th, and yeah, I finished it on the 25th, and then I started my next kit on the 26th. So that's like 7 days of working on it, which isn't bad. It was a lot of, there's a decent amount of color blocking, but like these areas in here and then this area down here was all confetti. Like all there's a bit of confetti in the leaves as well, like especially this little one over here. There was a lot of checkerboarding in her skin, which honestly I think it turned out looking really great, so it was totally worth it. So yeah, I would put this under the category of a great mix of a kit, because you had the color blocking in the background, and then you had the confetti in the places where it really mattered, like her outfit and those little intricate details, especially for a round kit, because, you know, rounds are harder to get those small intricate details, and I think this one really does it justice. So yeah. And jumping here, I'm gonna cover this up, but here we are, my Refresher Stash Challenge. I have a Blueberry Fairy with my finish in there, so my first one of the Refresher Stash. I'm covering this for a reason, and you'll see momentarily. So yeah, that part was exciting. So yeah, let's get the drills in. Oh, I'm trying to be lazy apparently, and it's not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I use my Art Dot storage system for this one. And for my accessories, honestly, I'm showing you two kits in this video, and both kits, you're going to be like, oh my god, you use the same accessories for both kits. I did not plan that out, I promise. So obviously it's a green one, so I had to go with green accessories. So I have this dark green tray. I can't remember, it was called something Dragon or some Dragon something from Unimade. This was actually a gift from my dear friend Charmaine. I absolutely adore you, Charmaine. So yeah, I wanted to use this one because I like how dark green it is, and I thought it would go with the kit very well. And then I use these two pens. So this bottom one is from Butterfly Effectwares. This is their Peridot Birthstone pen. I hate my birthstone. So I was born in August. My birthday's in August. I don't know why I said I was born in August. That's so weird. So my birthday's in August, and I hate my birthstone. I hate this light green color. But when Butterfly Effectwares announced this pen, I was like, oh my god, I need to have it. And then it turned out I was going to a pool party the day that this was dropping. And so my friend Tiffany over at Diamonds at Tiffany's, she actually grabbed this for me and sent it to me, which I still appreciate so much. So yeah, I did get my Peridot pen. But yeah, this is just, I love this pen. It's so comfortable to use. I like I don't like too thin of a turn because it hurts my hand and my wrist, but like this, and then once again, like the bumps being where it is, like that is my comfort level right there. I love that that feel. And this one's kind of similar. It's just got a little shorter, but this one's from Lace and Lathe Works. They came out with this one March of last year, I think. Yeah, I think it was I think that's when it came out. It was a March pen. But once again, very comfortable. And I love that, I think this was the point they started adding gemstones to them. And when Daniel texted me or DM'd me and showed me the turn with these gemstones, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is perfection. So love it. And he just picks the gemstones too. So like he'll pick ones that just go with the pen. And I'm like, heck yeah, man, I love that. So those are my two pens that I used for this. Obviously, well, not obviously, you guys have only seen one Finish Friday like this, but my putty pen is always going to be the one that's got my DAC multi-placer in, just because it's so much easier to load and unload this with putty rather than the wax. And then whatever pen has my wax in it is going to be one of these multi-placers. And the sun is coming out suddenly. Oh my gosh, it's been snowing all morning, and then as soon as I record, the sun comes out. So yeah, I like to use separate pens for putty and wax because I find it easier. The wax I will use with my ABs, and the putty I use with everything else. I personally find that easier because I don't like fighting with ABs with putty. And oh my god, why is there so much fur on this? I don't understand. I did not have it at the couch that much. Oh my gosh. Okay. So up next I'll do my stickies. Once again, I always use glue dots. This case, hopefully, oh my god, I think I'm getting blinded out by the sun. Hold on. Let's see if we can cut this down a little bit. Was that enough? Okay. So, okay. We used Sweet Pea O Snap Dots. I always use O Snap Dots because honestly I love them and I love supporting the small shop that makes them. It's Jenny over at O Snap Crafters Cafe. She makes some awesome stuff, including cover minders that have scent. Well, I don't. Does she still make those? She made cover minders with scent pads in them, and like you can like snap them onto different, like there's bases, like yeah, they're literally snaps, and you can like, they had separate bases and also separate cover tops, and you can mix and match. It was really cool. Okay, so this is the first time I have ever used this product. So this is the Tropic Like It's Hot putty from Creations Morin. I got this at the Crafters Paradise retreat last year, and because Creations Morin was a sponsor of that, and so this was in my swag bag, hence why it says limited edition on it. It is the first time I've ever used this type of putty, and honestly, I loved it. Oh my gosh, this putty was so nice to work with. It was such a dream. It's like a perfect balance between like Randa's Crafty Corner and Wee Putty. Like it's kind of a nice balance of that, because it's got the hardness of Randa's Crafty Corner with the stickiness of the Wee Putty. Not like the intense stickiness, but like it's a little closer there. But anyways, like this is a great one. I honestly loved working with this, and I'm definitely gonna have to order more, because working with this in the winter was amazing. It's hard for me to find putties that work in the winter, just because of the fact that it gets so miserably cold here. Like, what was it? It's 14 degrees today, but I'm betting it's like, it feels like in the teen or in the single digits. It was 1 degree yesterday when I went to work. Like, it gets so cold here. Finding a putty that doesn't just solidify in your multi-placer is very difficult. So this putty is just definitely top tier for me, and I need to buy some more, 100%. Joni, I'm coming for you to buy more. And then, of course, last but not least, I used Fairy Frost Wee Wax. This is probably one of my most favorite scents I own of the Wee Wax. And of course, I had to use it because she's a fairy, blueberry fairy. So I had to use Fairy Frost. It was just perfect. And then I used this washi tape, this green one. I got this in the Simply Gilded mystery box. It was like 60 washies for like $60, which was some amazing deal. It was basically a steal. And I was like, oh, this matches perfectly. So I used this to section off my canvas. And then, of course, last but not least, I had to use this cover minder from Shire Shenanigans, because it has plants on it, and it's dragon, so it's mystical, and it's perfect, and I love it. So yeah, that's my accessories I used. And then here we have my drills still. I can't wait to de-kit, because I get to kit up another kit in the storage system. But yeah, this was the color that I ran completely out of. It's the 898, which I think, yeah, I mixed it up with the 938. I'm dyslexic, so that happens. So yeah, so thankfully I did have enough of this one. I didn't need any extra. I didn't need to go hunting in my my drills, my spare drills, or anything like that. So ended up working out beautifully. And yeah, so plenty of leftovers. And I mean, oh, I picked up that one again. I mean, I'm not going to be saving these. I basically only save the specialty drills, as much as that pains some of my friends, but I have so many of the other spare drills, like I just don't see a point of it. I'm not doing anything with them. They're just kind of sitting there. So anywho, that is that one. So let me get these guys all put back in here, and then I can de-kit you later, and we'll move on to the second kit we have. Okay. Just toss this on the floor for now. Okay. Up next was a spontaneous kit up, because it was a spontaneous obtained. So here we have Blue in a Field of Flowers. Oh, I still forgot to get that off. Okay. Here we have Blue in a Field of Flowers. So if you've been around my channel a bit, or for a while, you know I have an adorable 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old. And you know that this little girl is obsessed with Blue's Clues. So in the Crafters Den Discord, we have a special channel that is dedicated to us being able to put in ISOs, there is one for ISOs as well, but there's one for restock specifically. So if there's a specific kit that we're waiting for a restock on from any company, it doesn't, like, most of it's DAC, but I mean, we have them for, we put them in, like, you can put them in for any company. You just put it in saying like, oh, let me know when this one restocks. And then we tag the bejesus out of people whenever things restock. We make sure people get their kits. So this one has been on my list. And so some of the mods, myself and some of the other mods, we were going through and clearing some of the pins out that of people like who got their kits and stuff like that. And Nicole over at Shire Shenanigans, she DM'd me. She's like, do you still need this one? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I was like, yes, and he's obsessed with Blue's Clues, and I really need this for her room. And she's like, oh, well, I have it. And like, she's got a son who's 2 weeks younger than Sydney. And she's like, well, he's not into Blue's Clues like I hoped he would be. So she destashed this one to me, so that was amazing. So it got here, I recorded Sydney opening it so she could, like, so Nicole could see the pure joy of reaction, everything. It was amazing. Like, it was exactly what I wanted from a reaction too, because, like, I like made it so Sydney could pull the box out of the package, and like she pulled it out and she goes, "Oh, it's a blue diamond painting!" Like she was so excited. It was so cute, and I'm just so happy. So, long story short, Nicole's amazing and got this one to me. And as soon as Blueberry Fairy was finished, this was kit up immediately. So I worked on this one immediately afterwards. So yeah, let's talk about these. Let's talk about this one. Okay, so this one is a 38 or 32.8 by, oh no, I did do it right. Okay, 32.8 by 45.5 centimeters. This one only took me a couple days to finish too, which was really nice. And it's a round, of course. So this one it was older box, old toolkit, old round drill field. So I decided to add a little extra thing to my Refresh Your Stash page, or my Refresh Your Stash challenge page, which I'm sure you saw me, or that's what I was covering up. Don't tell me to walk. My watch is telling me to walk. So under my Refresh Your Stash page, I now have this section down here that says bonus kits. So whenever I work on another kit that is not on the list, that is still technically an older kit, I'm going to make note of it because I do want to see how many of these older kits I do finish this year. Yes, I picked out 10 for myself to work on, but that doesn't mean I only have to work on those 10. So if something like draws me, I'm going to work on it. That's how it goes. So yeah. Brain. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my January. So as you can see here, I worked on it for the 26th, the 27th, and half of the 28th. So I finished it on the, well, not half, but I finished it on the 28th, and then I started moving on the 28th. Because I finished this one pretty early on. I think I still had like an hour until bedtime. And then, yeah, so I think I still had an hour before bed when I finished this, and then I swapped over to Moon afterwards. Overall, this kit was also amazing to work on. I had a couple of moments, though, where I really had to tell myself to trust the process because I was a little concerned. If you look up here, this blue is the same color as the background blue. And I was like, is that going to be enough around it? Like, is this darkness or this dark color going to be enough around it to not make it look like the same thing? Yes, it looks like it would definitely was enough. And it actually is kind of creating a depth. Like, I'm looking in the camera right now. It's creating a little depth to it that you didn't notice before. This one was another one that I would say is on the grounds of equal confetti and equal color blocking, because we had a lot of color blocking up in the sky, of course. But then when you got down into these flowers, these were very confetti, like down here. And then there was a lot of checkerboarding in the grass. Let's see. This one had 1 AB, which that was all in these orange flowers. And then it had 2 fairy dust. So we had this green fairy dust that's in here, and it's sprinkled. Like there's a couple of random spots in here that it's also sprinkled in. Where was it? Like, yeah, it's like one right there. So it's like randomly sprinkled down here, which I thought was an interesting choice, but I am, once again, just gonna go with it. And then we have a light blue, which is like the top of Blue's ears and the top of the clouds. And I think it was also the top of her body over here as well. So yeah, overall, very happy with this kit. It turned out amazing. Sydney absolutely loves it. And now I got to get it framed and hung up in her room. And I'm very glad to be finished with it. Not that I didn't enjoy working on it, but I am very glad to not have to hear her constantly walking up to me and going, "It's a blue diamond painting." every moment she was just, every time I worked on it, I was like, "It's a blue diamond painting." It's like, "Yes, Sydney, I know. I got it for you." Okay. Thanks. Okay. So this one I used my Elizabeth Ward storage containers because I figured, you figure it's a smaller kit. It's not going to have that many colors. Well, no, joke's on you. It has 43 colors in this tiny little kit, which makes sense though because a lot of it's in the flowers. Because we have the 3 different color flowers. We have the pink, we have the gray, and then we have the orangey ones. So yeah. So yeah, I did use that. Once again, plenty of drills left over, which is good because honestly, if I had gotten 2 kits with a from a D-stash that didn't have drills left over, I would have been nervous. Yeah, a couple of these colors got a little low, but nothing that I was actually afraid of. Got some leftover fairy dust now too, which yay. So yeah, it was great to work on. And then for my accessories, once again, it's going to be the exact same as the last kit, only different colors. So I worked with this Muni Made tray because this was a perfect one. It's a color shift, blue to purple. And honestly, this pastel blue is just perfect to match with blue. Sorry, my wife's sick, so you guys are gonna hear her coughing once in a while. And then of course for my pens, I used the Butterfly Effect Wearers pen, which also was my putty pen, so I used this. I'm dead. Oh my gosh, I used this one for my putty. This is the Bioluminescent drop from summer 2024. Yes, this was a 2024 one because I was using this with my Ariel cross stitch conversion. And then this one's from Lace and Lathworks. I think this was a September drop maybe, or maybe it was August. I can't remember. Whenever he was doing a lot of the Aurora Borealis pens, but yep, I had to get this one. Once again, both of these. Actually, it was really funny. This pen, I was working with this pen on Ariel a little bit ago, and it was at the time I purchased another. Oh, it was the Rowan pen, the pen that's modeled after Rowan from Throne of Glass series. And I was working with this pen, and then I stopped and I did the Butterfly Effect Wearers drop, and then I realized I bought this turn for that pen. I was like, oh, I think I just talked myself into that because I was using it. So that was just a funny little story. But once again, great thickness. The bumps are just in the right places. These ones are actually pretty equal on where the bumps are. This one's a little thinner in, but it doesn't affect me that bad. So love, love, love. Lace and Lathworks, definitely, like, I love his pens, and he's quickly becoming one of my favorite turners because honestly, he just does such a great job, and he's got so many options to choose from, and the price point is just perfect. It's just there. Like, you literally, like, as long as you're quick enough to get his drops, it's like, it's $30 for a pen. Like, oh my God, it's amazing. Anywho, little plug there. Then I used Unicorn Farts with this, mostly because there's a rainbow on it, and Sydney also loves rainbows, and yeah. And then I used Kiwi Strawberry because it makes me think summertime, which this seems like a summery painting. That's Rando's Crafty Corner. Oh my gosh. So yeah, used some Rando's wax, and then I used this. I believe this is the Patreon cover minder for Shire Shenanigans for December. If you join her Patreon, if you join at a certain tier, you actually get sent a cover minder every month, and I just wanted to use this one. He is just so cute. I mean, it doesn't match the painting at all, but it's okay because it's been snowing out, and I've been drinking a lot of hot chocolate lately, so it was kind of perfect. And then I use a Simply Gilded washi tape, so it's just a field of flowers with windmills, and I'm like, well, how is that not perfect? So here we are. So that's that. And now I can de-kit both of these kits and move on to the next. Well, kit up the next, which is gonna be my Lunar New Year kit, which I'm very excited to kit up. So yeah, that is my final 2 finishes actually for the month of January. So I will be doing my overall post review here shortly. I'm actually gonna be doing it next. Funny story. But yeah, I'm really impressed with myself and how many kits I finished this month, and I loved working on every single one of them. They were all so great. But yeah, so if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and throw me a comment. Let me know, did you enjoy working on these kits, or did you enjoy seeing these kits? Which one of these was your favorite? Did I make you have to go hunting a D-stash for Blueberry Fairy, or did I make you want to restack Notification Blue in the Field of Flowers? Let me know. And if you're not already subscribed here and you like diamond painting content, please hit that subscribe button down there and hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. I tend to post videos on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, so definitely hit that bell to be notified. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.